4 bags of fertilizer and a carton of vegetable seeds provided by the West African Agricultural Productivity Project WAP through the Office of the Vice President meant for youth and women farmers were also handed over to a representative of the Women's Affairs Ministry. Reporting for Grts News, I am Fatijane Mbai. Developing information communication technology as a tool for gaining meaningful employment was the center of discussion during a 3-day African Growth Technology Summit. As Rohibite reports, the forum was organized by the Information Technology Association of the Gambia in collaboration with its partner agencies.
Technology is now a vital tool in the world's development process, including that of Africa. But enhancing the means of technology use for more growth and creating employment opportunities is also considered very vital. A rationale why these partners in the development of ICT in the country and Africa at large held this 3-day summit on African growth through technology. The summit, gathering youth participants from several African countries, including the Gambia, is focusing on educating and showcasing topics centering on software and related information technology and how they can lift Africa out of poverty. They are also looking at engaging African industries, development agencies working in Africa, and young African entrepreneurs in order to enhance Africa's potential within the framework of leveraging on strides made in the ICT sector.
ICT represents a unique opportunity for Africa. ICT, specifically software technology on the internet, is truly a borderless industry, and that can allow small players to promote and sell their technology on a global stage with only their ability to innovate and the skill to deliver as their primary asset. While countries must look at food security and infrastructure as a critical component of development, it is also important that we look to the future and begin to answer an important question. How do we harness ICT to build business and create jobs?
One of the reasons of the summit is to harness ICT in order to build business and create jobs by looking at what is currently being done, what is possible, and the opportunities, as well as what technologies can be used in developing ICT in the continent. It is said to be the first time such forums are organized by the private sector and ably supported by government through the Ministry of Information, Communication, Infrastructure.
My ministry with the ICT industry players has worked diligently to improve the telecommunication infrastructure in the Gambia and has initiated successful projects such as the Africa Coast to Europe submarine cable, which has increased the bandwidth in the country, allowing for faster and more reliable internet service. With this, bandwidth has increased by 4-fold from 4 STM1s to 16 STM1s, and more bandwidth is still lying out there. However, I must confess that we have a challenge at the local network level, which we believe the operators will address soon. Despite fulfilling the international connectivity, we are pursuing the rehabilitation and expansion of our national backbone through the ECO1 project. We are looking to improve the fiber connectivity within the country, allowing us to connect the entire country with a high-speed fiber transmission to businesses and end users, in order to exploit the benefits of broadband for enhanced economic growth.
The forum is expected to allow young Gambian entrepreneurs to showcase their talents, as the ICT sector boasts of a very significant youthful presence in the country, and their efforts can aid in globalization.
It is indeed an undeniable fact that ICT has become an integral part of our daily lives, addressing a wide spectrum of needs ranging from our homes and professions to various individual needs with the option of tailor-made products and services. This is a sector that is largely demand-driven and as such demands cutting-edge solutions, not only to remain in business but also to maintain relevance. This unique characteristic is what makes ICT an industry where efficiency and cost-effectiveness become paramount in the delivery of products and services.
By the end of this summit that is focusing on African growth through technology, it is believed new doors of opportunities will be opened in the ICT sector. Rahibite, Grts News.
And over now to a bizarre incident where police are investigating a case of incest. A father residing in the Greater Banjul area reportedly had a carnal knowledge of his biological daughter and put her in a family way. As we hear in this report by Sam Wilbur, the police are trying to find out what happened to the baby that was subsequently delivered by the daughter.
51-year-old CD5 and resident of Kotu South was recently nabbed by security operatives for allegedly having carnal knowledge and impregnating his 19-year-old daughter. The accused in December 2013, after impregnating his daughter, is said to have successfully assisted her through delivery and minutes later strangled the newborn baby to death.
Here we are talking about a father having carnal knowledge of a daughter to the point of pregnancy. And not only that, when the baby was born, the father went on to murder the child by holding the throat, depriving the baby of breath until it died, and then went on to bury it.
CD5 is also reported to have been an ex-convict from 2008 to 2010, leading to his divorce later before he reunited with her daughter in 2011.
CD5 is an ex-convict because between 2008 and 2010 he was convicted and he was in prison. But prior to that he was married and had a daughter. But then the marriage ended up in a divorce. The daughter grew up with the grandparents. When CD5 was released from conviction, he met the daughter someday, introduced himself to her, and they became friends. Well, eventually he asked that she should come and live with her. And so this victim, this young girl, had been living with the dad since 2011 when she was only 17 years old, until this incident actually happened.
Security operatives have also been able to gather that this is not the teenager's first pregnancy, as the young victim is also reported to have been impregnated earlier in 2011 by her father.
We have been able to gather in our investigations that in fact this is not the first pregnancy. She was earlier pregnant by her dad and had to go and undergo an abortion. And this time around, the baby was born, but then it was the dad who helped in the delivery. He helped in the delivery, did everything, but then took the baby immediately after birth. It was born alive, went and then held the truth until it died and then buried it.
This isolated compound in the heart of Kotu South is where the accused lives and held her daughter as virtual prisoner, sexually abusing her. Here is the exact spot where the accused is alleged to have buried the newborn baby shortly after delivery. He is currently charged on 2 counts, incest and murder.
CD is being charged on 2 counts. One is incest and the second one is murder. Well, CD's case, or the victim's case, is one that has come out into the open. But we are aware of the fact that there are a lot of people who are undergoing a lot of abuse. A lot of our young girls are undergoing a lot of abuse, whether it's by parents, whether it's by relatives, whether it's by people living around the neighborhood. They may be afraid to come out and complain. Some of them are not even aware that they are being violated on. But then those of you who know that you are perpetrating these things on young children, those of you who are victims and you are afraid to come out and complain, don't wait until it's too late or it is completely worse. Come out and report.
While the teenage victim is reported to have been evacuated to some family relations, the accused since his arrest has been making threats of committing suicide. And until now, security operatives may have to keep close watch on him as he awaits his fate. Samuel Ba, GRTS.
Do you ever think about it that smartphones will one day diagnose people carrying the malaria virus? Well, this is happening in Uganda. When we come back, we'll also look at how relatives in China and Malaysia are preparing for the worst case scenario after a Malaysian airline disappeared on Saturday. Stay tuned.
Thinking of a property partner? Think Universal Properties. Universal Properties is the leading real estate developing agent in the Gambia. Universal Properties prides itself with experience in the property business. Our properties are well located in areas such as Brufut, Sukuta, Lamin Kerawan and Tanji, close to the Camel Safari and opposite the river. The properties have all access to good road networks, electricity supply and water. Our payment terms are flexible and prices affordable.
This is Universal Properties. We urge all Gambians to come on board. We are reliable, reasonable,